Let us be grateful, vast, but not the least. Let us be grateful to our body, feel the body, and thank each and every part of your body. Last few seconds. Whenever you are ready, gently release your hands. Place them on your eyes for 5 seconds. And with a beautiful smile on your face, open your eyes with a sense of gratitude to the meditation and to our Guru Brahmarshi Pitama Patriji and to all the masters who are helping us. A very good morning, friends. I hope you have enjoyed the session this morning, meditation. Yeah, Pyramid Meditation Foundation UK, as you've been following, there's so many sessions organizing, and one of the session is Wisdom Sundays. I see we are all excited for this day. Many masters, they learn the wisdom, they know the wisdom, they carry immense wisdom. Some of them, they share the wisdom they learned. They share so that, they can help others. When they understand this wisdom, they can implement. And out of this, there are some, they live the wisdom. So we have one such master today who doesn't need introduction. She's a global master, Madhu Gajjala. Yeah. I'm so fortunate to know about this master. For the first time, I saw her speaking from the Dhanamajakam stage in 2010 or 2011, I guess, where I have seen her speaking about the meditation that they are teaching in the country Egypt. So we used to call her, Egypt Madhu and Egypt Amesh. Now they have moved to Germany. And I have met so many times in many different places. And personally, I met for the first time in 2012 in Egypt. So I went to Egypt in 2012. Very compassionate, very grounded, and we can learn so many things just by seeing them. So we are so blessed to have you today, Madhu, and please take over. Stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Ravi. That was a beautiful, beautiful introduction. And thank you so much. We are also very much happy that we have met you on the Pranahita. Uh, Great masters, and we get to learn a lot of things from you too. Thank you so much, Ravi. So, thank you. So great morning, friends. I hope you all are doing great, and I'm sure that you are all doing great. I would to share about this wonderful concept called Arcturians, or from a book called We the Arcturians. It's recently I started reading it. A friend of mine called Neelima, she was reading this book and she was sharing a lot of experiences from this book. And in one meeting, in the Zoom meeting, she shared about this to Patri sir, and Patri sir immediately got this book and he started reading it. And at that time, he was sharing about this book. So I felt very connected to this, and I thought, okay, I have to also read this. Ram finished reading it, so I started reading it. I didn't finish yet, but in those 90 pages, there are so many things that I have gained, and I've started experiencing it. It's just not just reading, but something happened in me that it naturally happened that I started implementing them. So this is about Arcturians. For the ones who don't know about Arcturians, like they are other dimension beings. Like we have Pleiadians, we have Sirians, we have Arcturians as well. They come from the fifth dimension, and they are here to support us. So in this process, Dr. Norma, she had channeled these masters, Arcturian masters, and she got messages from there, uh, checking about how they live, everything about their dimension. She get all the information. So with two more friends of hers, it's Betty and Cynthia. They also are part of this. So whatever I have learned from these 90 pages, friends, I would like to share with all of you today. And it is very important that we all implement this. It's really eye opening when we get to hear these simple statements from these wonderful masters who are there from above, and they are helping us all the time. It's just that we did not clear our minds to able to receive what they are saying. So the first thing that attracted me when I started reading few pages, it was, they say that the heart holds the answers to the universal keys. Like we always say, like be centered, connect to your heart, and from there you will find all the answers. And they are also confirming the same thing. And in the first pages, they say the importance of breath. I was so awestruck and I was so much grateful at that time. My tears were coming out of my eyes. And I was so much in gratitude to Patri sir that he had simplified it. He had emphasized more on the breath. He said, yes, breath is your master. When you master your breath, you will find all the answers within you. And they are also saying the same thing. You don't have to do anything else. You have to just be with the breath. When you know the breath, you will find all the answers to that keys that you are searching for. That is what they say. And they say that Shravanam, Patrisar always speaks about Shravanam, how to listen. So they say in that dimension, like it didn't happen just like that for them to be able to listen. Not listening means not just hearing. Listening, it has a deeper meaning to it. Listening means without any judgments, without any of your like you don't put your ideas, you don't put your thoughts, you don't bring all what you know to whatever they are saying. You just simply listen. That is called Shravanam. You give your heart, you give your ear to that person. So they said that in that dimension, it just did not happen like that. They practiced it by discipline, discipline and dedication. With discipline and dedication, they had have attained this quality of listening. How important is it to listening? Is to listen. And they say that the more we listen, the more we will clear the mind. It is very interesting. It is very interesting to see this concept. We think that, oh, if I'm listening, I'm so much overloading with so many things, the other person is saying. But without any judgments, without any ideas, if you listen to that person, then there is nothing that you are keeping it in your head. So it is already clearing everything, clearing your mind, and allowing to receive information. This, the more you listen, you're open to receive information. The more you say, I know everything, then you will never listen. You just hear. You just hear everybody, but you don't listen. So they emphasized also on this point of listening. Listening is very, very important, friends. Right from today, if there is anybody who is sharing something, please listen. Listen completely. Though you are a great master, though you are doing great work, but we have to listen from everybody. We have to give our heart, we have to give our ear. So this is one such thing I have also learned from this masters, Arcturian masters, and they say that transcending time and age is simply by not acknowledging them. See, we always complain, right? So we always say that, oh, I'm so today I'm in few days I'm turning 36. Like we always say why we put so much of thoughts to the age and time. They say that we have to drop this by not acknowledging them, time and aging. We will be always young. We will always be in the now. That's what they say, like we should never acknowledge, we should not never say, oh, because when we speak, like with friends or anybody, we say, oh, I'm 36 years old, oh, I have seen a lot, okay, there is so much to go. Don't put all these ideas, don't put all these thoughts. What you have to just is drop it, drop all these thoughts of aging. We are always young. Remember that we are always young. So this is also, I liked it, by not acknowledging time and aging, so you are always forever young. So this is one important thing as well I've learned. And the fourth point that I've learned is how they select a ruler, a leader, for example. How they select a leader. It's by two tests they mention. The first test is to identifying the strengths and weaknesses of that person. For example, I am going there to, they want to make me as a leader. But to make me as a leader, first they have to give some tests to me. Like, for first test is like to identify the strengths and weaknesses of myself. What are my strengths and what are my weaknesses? And they say that they have this also experimenting program, not only identifying your strengths and weaknesses, but there is also a program wherein that you are put into experiments. Experiments means, like, in this physical world we call it as challenges. Like lot of challenges we face in our lives. We feel so much sorry for whatever is happening around. So these are all the experimental program, like we have here, they're also having there. So for being a ruler, or for being a master, for being a leader, the second test is like to experience compassion, patience, and oneness. So relating to all these things, we will be put tests, in that way they will identify or where we are. And it's not like, okay, I have gained all these things, I have acquired so many points, now I'm a leader. No, they say that what you have learned from these situations. Suppose if something is happening not right in your life, so and you complain about it, then you did not learn the lesson. Or maybe you skip it and you think that you have passed the exam. No, that is not right. Understanding whatever is happening and learning the lesson from that situation, you become a perfect leader. So that is what they say. First thing is identifying your strengths and weaknesses. We should never say, okay, I'm everything good. So we have weaknesses as well, so we have to see what are the weaknesses and we have to work through them. And by working through them, we become great leaders, and we will become masters of our own life. So this is what they are saying, because I'm relating everything to what they are saying from the other dimension. So I'm putting in this earth plane how we can implement, friends. It is very important that there is so much to learn from everybody and everything. Even from a tree also we can get to learn everything. So the other day I was just telling to a friend in Austria that, uh, we have to drop this guru, and we can see a master in a tree. how still the tree is, how grounded the tree is. So, in that way, when we are open, then we are able to listen to everything, then we are able to understand, receive information from everything. So, we have in this, so that's why I'm linking both Arcturians' teachings and where we can learn. So they say that these things have to be learned to be a great leader or a great master. And the fifth thing is they say like we are in charge of our own realities. Like we say on the earth plane, right? We create our own reality. So the same thing, they say that they are in charge of their own realities and they can manifest anything. Like we here on this planet Earth can manifest anything. The moment we clear our mind, we can manifest anything. Anything means anything. The moment you put any limitations to your mind, then that is where you cannot manifest anything. So we have to always define our thoughts. We have to always, like Patri sir says, we have to always have a miraculous thinking. The moment you are in that miraculous thinking zone, then you can manifest anything. And always remember, may it be a good reality or may it be a not good reality, it is what you are creating. There is no person above who is creating your reality. Take charge of your own life. Be a owner to your own life and say that yes, I have. It is me who have created. Like now is the time that okay, whatever I have done in the past is done. But now I take a charge and I can shift whatever I can to create a wonderful reality for my own self. When you say that, friends, when you do it, when you then you will be in that experience of having this wonderful miraculous reality. So this is also one more thing that is very common in both earth plane and as well as Arcturian plane. And so this concept, friends, is very interesting, which I'm going to share. The sixth point which I really loved is in that dimension. For example, there are 10 people and like nine people's thoughts are aligned and one person's thoughts is not aligned. So what we do in this earth plane, we do it like okay, nine people are right. So we will go ahead with their thinking. We ignore this one person, right? So it is a minority, so we ignore this person. But in that dimension, what they do is for them, the nine people are already aligned. So to bring alignment, to bring oneness, these nine people will follow the one person's thought. So they just go to that person and they follow what he or she is having these thoughts for. So it's not like in that way they are bringing oneness. They say that that is a winning for them. Winning oneness. Like it's not like okay, my thoughts are one. I'm, like okay, my thoughts have been, somebody have implemented it or like whatever I have said. So somebody had followed it. So then I'm great. I have won. So in this world we have to drop all these things. So we have to collectively work. And I also have this understanding that friends, we are always um, going towards the light, right? We always want to experience light. So experience light is means oneness, like a collective oneness. Then if we are doing that, then why we have differences? Why is that Ravi's work is different from my work and my work is different from somebody else's work? If we are all working towards the same thing, why we always don't share? Why we say, okay, Ravi, today I'm available. Do you want anything for me to do? So in that way, if we all contribute, like for the because we all want to experience light. Then when we drop all these ideas that okay, my work, my country, like my thing or my work, no, it's everybody's work. When we say that it is everybody's work, then everybody have to contribute it, and they will contribute. So the only thing that blocks us, friends, is the ego. They say that they speak about the ego, like we have to drop all these egos that I am superior or you are inferior. So if we want to experience light, we all have to come together collectively and work for this mission. And they also said one more point that we don't have to be masters of everything. So suppose in that Arcturian dimension, suppose for this task, for example mathematics, or for example anything, any subject, you are put into that project, and somebody else is not there in the project. In that dimension, they don't feel bad. They don't feel disheartened that they did not get selected for the mathematics project, because they know in that other worlds or in that dimension that it's okay, I'm not good at mathematics, but I'm good at something else. So we always have to do that. For me, I'm not good at organizing, but Ram is good at organizing. Ravi is good at organizing. So I take their support to organize things. So I'm good at art. So I do art and I do something else. So I don't have to be master of everything. We have to understand this, friends. The more we think that, oh, I have to be great in everything, then there is a downfall. So we have to always say, okay, if somebody is doing that, so we have to ask them. We have to always remember to ask. If we are all working for the highest good, Ravi, can you please do it for me? Can you, Ram, can you please do it for me? Or, in that way, we are all working collectively. So asking, when you ask something, you don't feel low. You don't put yourself as low that you don't know anything. So that in that aspect, you don't know at that subject. So if you don't know that subject, reach to that person who knows that subject, so that it will be easy. It collectively, as I said, we can do great wonders. The moment we bring separateness, then there is lot of suffering. In oneness we experience beauty. In separateness we experience suffering. Always remember this, friends. When we all come together and work for the one mission, then there is so much beauty in it, and we can attain faster. The moment we bring separateness, then it will take time, because at the end we have to understand this, that we are all one. It will take time, but in this process we suffer a lot. So why we have to do that? When we understand that I am Ravi and Ravi is me and me is Ram and everybody is one, no? So then we have to drop all these ideas that, we are all separate, we are all one. We have to always remember that, friends. And this is so beautifully that they have mentioned that, um, how they care for each other, how they take care of that one person who is not aligned to walk in that path. Here in this world we ignore that person. Hey, it's fine, he doesn't, let's not care him, but we have to value that person. We have to really value that person, so that he comes to the light. The moment we ignore that person, he's in darkness, he feel rejected, and that is not what we want here on this earth as well. We have to be compassionate, and we have to have this oneness towards everybody, even to that person who is not right with us. We have to have that oneness. In that oneness, when they come to our zone, then it will dissolve. Whatever they have, these thoughts will dissolve, and they come into the light. So this is also one thing I found very interesting, friends. And immediately when I read it, all these thoughts about me, you, difference, and all these things have dropped. So, and in that dimension, they also mention that they don't have a duality, the good or bad, or they don't have that. They dissolved all these things. It's just non-dual, dimension. It is. They say that, like the moment you put everything is good, this is good, this is bad. No, everything, all is okay, all is good, all is fine, all is fine. This is also very beautiful. And they say that competition consumes much of our energy and tires, and bring aging and making us hold on to our fears. So when we are in that competition zone, so there is so much of energy that we lose. Don't we think it is true, friends? So are we not, is very sure, right? Like the moment I have to do that, they are doing that much work, I have to do that, I have to. No, in that company, you just go slow, like follow your own path. You're not here to compare yourself to others. You're not here to compete with others. We're all are, as I told, we are all are walking towards light. Everybody has their own way of doing it. So we are not here to compare and compete with anybody. The moment you bring all these comparison and competition, there is so much of mental energy that you will lose. If mental energy is lost, then the whole system is shattered. So we have to be very careful, very mindful of how we are thinking, like immediately if there is any thought of this competition or comparison is coming to you, then drop it immediately and say, no, we are all one. Like I'm also working and they are also working. So my way of doing things is different from their way of doing things. So in that way, we all know that we are all unique. We are all doing wonderful work. So then there is again beauty. So the moment you have this, they say, right, the more you have in this, you are in that competition zone, you age. You really age. So because there's so much of mental energy is used there. And they also say that a part of the process of mastery is learning to clear the mind. As I told earlier, like to become a masters of our own life, we have to clear our mind. And to clear our mind is nothing but just being with the breath. The moment we are with the breath, we clear our mind. The moment we are open to listen, we clear our mind because we are receiving so much of information. We are receiving so many answers from within. So this is what they say, friends. And oneness supports only the concept of holistic mind. So when we all recognize that we are all one, it's like we have the holistic mind or a complete mind. As Patri sir says, holistic health we attain that. When we understand all these things, holistic health is nothing but physical health, mental health, social health, like what is that, intellectual health, and spiritual health. So we attain that when we have this concept of oneness, when we have cleared our mind. So then we have all this health. That means a holistic health, a holistic mind. So in that world, there is also one more thing that is very interesting, that and also I feel that we also have to implement in our lives, is that they don't say I'm happy or I'm sad. See, like we here on earth, we always say, right, I'm happy or I'm sad, but they say they use this beautiful word, and we should also use this beautiful word. They say I'm peaceful. I'm peaceful. Instead of saying that I'm happy or I'm sad, they say I'm peaceful. So they say that in peaceful state they are in harmony and walk the path of great contentment. When you say that you are peaceful, you are walking the path of great contentment. Like you don't have that duality again, happy or sad. You're just peaceful. It's just a state. So these are the things, friends, that I have learned from this. And they also mention that mastering emotions is very important. We have to master our emotions. We have to be really careful of what our emotions are. As we hear from the quantum physics, right, emotions are nothing but energy which is in motion. So we have to be very careful of where we are putting our energy. And any kind of emotion that is not bringing any good to you is coming to you, then we have to immediately watch it, and then uh, let go of it. And we have to always understand that we are light or we are God. The moment we say that, then all these illusions that we have created for our own selves, they just stop. So it is our ignorance that is creating suffering in our life, friends. It is not something else that is from outside is bothering us. It is that we are not able to see the light that we are carrying within ourselves. And that is where we are having this so much of pain and suffering in our life. The moment we we are able to see the light, then all these illusions are dissolved and we become masters of our emotions. So masters of our emotions is nothing but being in the middle path, like as I have seen many a times, Patri sir, that he'll be watching TV, but there's no reaction to it. Like he don't like he just watches it. And even with many things, he's just neutral to everything. And we have to have this quality of being neutral to everything, friends. So this is what I have learned, and I would like to also read few lines, because like coming from their words, it is very very beautiful than putting in my words. So I thought, okay, a couple of paragraphs I will read for all of you. So it's about the collectiveness. Please note that at times I will use the collective we. In that world, they say we, not I. So describe the group's explanation for the particular question. It will be done in this manner, for it is written in our laws that we indeed must admit the commonality of the group. In this way of life, we know only the oneness. And one single being does not try to take credit for the accomplishments of the many. So it is we. That's why they use we. Like they don't say I did that, we did that. The moment this thing comes, there is amazing. It's an amazing feeling altogether. So it has taken many eons to refine our culture and system. It remains one of the highest civilizations in the universe, in the opinion of many who are deemed capable to judge. One of the reasons we remain in the highest of esteem is because we honor the oneness of the laws that fit every being. In so honoring, we do not compete. When I accept the other person as they are, there is no competition. We instead build upon the mutual contributions of the many. In this way, we support the masses who inhabit Arcturus, or we can also implement it in this earth plane. So this was the paragraph I wanted to read, friends, and it is very, very, very beautiful. So these are only from the 90 pages. There are so many pages that will go. There are 295 pages it is, the book is, and I'm just only this 90 pages, and I'm already experiencing so many things from these few pages that I have learned. It's really really amazing, friends. I recommend everybody to read this book. These are my learnings from these wonderful masters, and how and what they are communicating. And if we practice this and if we implement this, then we are always in that peaceful state. I don't want to say happy state. Now I would like to use their terminology, or like implement immediately, that I don't want to wait for the future to implement these things. So I correct myself that yes, before I used to say I'm always happy, but now I'll say I'm peaceful. So always we will be in the peaceful state when we implement all these things, friends. Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ravi. Ravi, you're muted.
Sorry, yeah. What a wonderful teachings, Madhu, from Arcturians, and listening from you. Amazing, and it is very much needed. Personally, for me, it is very much needed, because there is always a room for improvement, and there is every day, like a grandmaster Patriji, he learns every day. He says that he is learning every day, and we, learned from him. I really really liked the words that, the every word that was spoken today. Amazing, Sravanam. How to listen. More we listen, more we clear our minds. So which I am, to be honest, this is like a new thing for me. More we listen, more we clear our mind. So that is really great. And it is when we allow ourselves to listen, when we are open, then we receive abundant wisdom. What an amazing. And we have to give our heart and ear to others to speak, and then we listen. And the other important point, not acknowledging the age and time. We will reverse the age. We will be ever young. Identifying the leader. Identifying the leader is identifying the strength and weaknesses and experience and compassion. Um, and as we have the I think even on the Pyramid Valley entrance, this message will be there. You create your own reality, and we should always have the miraculous thinking. Be an owner of your life. So the words, they carry a lot of power in it, that you have spoken, Madhu, and taking charge of the life. every word is so positive, so positive. And the best part is bringing oneness. I really loved all 9 people following the person who is not aligned. This is a great learning for me. Everybody does mistakes. I do mistakes. I do now also. Even after coming into meditation, we, because sometimes we are masked by our egos. So I do mistakes. So when we listen to this kind of wisdom, it definitely opens up, and it definitely brings that oneness feeling. And we don't have to be mastering in every other thing. This is a very important point you have mentioned, Madhu. I 100% agree with this, because when we are trying to do the things, when I do the things, I try to overstress myself, and that I usually do. But with this point, I really loved it. And as you said, competition drains energy. I've seen it, and we will age early. We are not here to compare and competition. Mastering the emotion. This is a very beautiful point that you have said. Mastering the emotions means being in the middle path. So amazing, Madhu. Amazing. And I really loved it. Friends, if anyone has any questions to Madhu, or anything to share, please raise your hands. What a lovely session today, which is very much required for all of us in our lives. I'll wait for a few seconds. And Madhu, while others raise the hands, I request you to take the remaining part of the book again in next one of the Sunday, please.
Yes,
If you
yes, we will do it. We will do it, Ravi.
can.
I'm a slow reader. I'm really, because this is such a book that I heard it with Neelima as well. uh, when you read it, you need to write the points, otherwise you will forget it.
You're
In the
right.
sense like, there is so much of information in here, so it is taking a lot of time to read it. So if there is no time pressure, then I will surely.
No, there's no time. And
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
remember Patis are saying books should be read as slow as possible,
Mhm.
as consciously as possible. So we should never read
Exactly.
fastly or in a speed manner. So I think that's what you are following, what our
Exactly.
grandmaster said. So
Yes.
yes, Rajashekar, do you want to say a few words? Yeah.
Hi, Madhu Master.
Hi, Rajshekar.
Yeah, thanks for this is really amazed. The book, when I listen that, it looks like Americans or
Mm.
it's Atlantis sort of is. Can I see the book?
Yeah, yeah. This is the book.
Okay, it
We
is
the Arcturians.
with Arcturians. Okay, quite a big one. So
Mm.
yeah, okay. The points you explained are really good, and the last point I understood. I'm really connected. Like I am peaceful. That is much better state, isn't it? The brain is in
That's true.
equilibrium state, where in which that simple tip can work in all the emotional areas, all the functions of the day. It simply balances the mind and calms it, and especially when the triggering mind comes into picture, when egos comes into picture, it's always better to be in that peace. uh, so delightful, and just want to say gratitude, and I'll read that because it is with this I can see how much energy in it with this 90 page itself, and it is everybody can, I think it is like a uplifter of DNA directly to it goes to 12,
Really,
12 strand.
that is, yes, I think this is what I've been experiencing, Rajshekar, because we don't read books just like that. That's what Ravi was also saying, that Patri sir had told us to read the books very slowly so that it becomes the truth of us. Because every master's experience, whoever have written that book, that becomes a truth of us, and something changes in us. And if something is changes in us, it means that something is happening in our DNA, that it is changing everything. So for me, when I read these few pages, so much happened. I started experiencing oneness. I started dropping all the differences of you, I, like we're all separate, we're all one, we're all working towards that light. Then why we have to have, PSSM UK, PSSM Germany, PSSM, America? We are all one, no? So then I have to go and ask, what is it that I have to do? Please tell me, tell me, then the moment we drop all these things, then there is only oneness, I have time. Just for example, today I have time. Then I'll ask, okay, Pari, what can I do? Or Ravi, what I can do? Rachekar, what I can do? Do you want me to do anything? In that way, we will be reaching that state very faster, Rachekar. So this is what I experienced last week. Also, I shared it with Patri sir, that sir, that wheel had been dropped. That wheel of separateness had been dropped. That before I used to think that, oh, I'm doing great thing. I've been living in Egypt, and there's so many people have, subtle ego will be there. Like we don't see it, but we have to also recognize that. And reading this book, something clicked in me that I started experiencing. Wow, I cannot put in words what I'm experiencing right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. That I think I have more insights coming through when you say, the co-working aspects. Um, Definitely, I'll contemplate again.
Mm.
Um, yeah, it's definitely the DNA shifter. Actually, it
Yeah.
works. I can see with this 9 points itself.
Mm.
I would like to see those notes or the book caption in some message format.
Mhm.
At least if you can send that screenshot, please.
Sure, sure. I'll
I'll
do that.
definitely going to put it
I will
up.
do that.
But I am
Yes.
also a slow reader. I agree. For spiritual books, when I read that, it comes a lot, isn't it? A
Mm.
lot of happening within.
Mm.
So yeah, I resonate that. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Madhu.
Thank you.
Definitely,
Thank you,
definitely.
Raj.
I'll contemplate. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
There's so many people saying thank you. Denisa from Belgium,
Mm.
and Uma Devi, Meena Light, Praveen. So Praveen, you want to talk? You raised your hand.
Yeah, hi, Ravi. Hi,
Hi.
Hi,
masters.
Meena.
Yeah, hi. Very well said, Madhu. I'm so connected with all your sayings. Yes, a compassionate listening. And when we listen to any sessions, half of the time we don't listen. First, if you take a longer session of 30 minutes, we will be active for 10, 15 minutes and we will ignore the rest and we will be in some other world. And the one thing what I am taking away, the key takeaway from this session, again, you have reminded us is the oneness. Yes, we are all one. If we have to approach someone, again, something inside feeling, okay, that is the PSM USA wing. Okay, this is Germany wing. Okay, let's talk in between our masters in UK. It always comes to my mind when I need to approach someone. But you have now removed and gave a clear picture and reminding us like we are all one. And also I like the concept of 9 and 1. I'm going to follow that. Whoever is the whoever say no, when 9 agrees and the 1 say no, I'm going to go and bring them in and make them as like align with us. Thank you, Madhu. Very wonderful, wonderful wisdom on Sunday. Thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you, Meena. I think we all have to set this example. So when we go and ask there, then we should, there is this, we already dropped this ego. That means if we are asking somebody something, means we are already dropping our ego and going to that person very plainly. So in that way, something also clicks in them to ask somebody else to do something. In that way, collectively, we are doing it. So as you said, PSSM, UK, Germany, USA, like all these are just all, we are not separate. We are all one. That is what we have to bring it on. So this is amazing when we all do it collectively. Wow, I cannot.
Yeah. When you see Patri
Yes.
sir, when someone goes
Yeah.
a master, he addresses them as a master. He doesn't
Yes.
address them as USA master, UK master.
Yes.
He just
Yes.
addresses them as a master. Yeah,
Yes.
Patri sir, very the master what he lives is an example. When we read the books, we get connected to sir, isn't it? Okay, Patri
Yeah.
sir does this as well.
Mm.
Thank you for
Thank you.
enlightening us.
Thank you, Meena.
Thank you. I see some other masters, Sarojini, Devi Master, Ramyata, Bharti. Yeah, everyone is expressing their gratitude to you, Madhu. Yeah, very beautifully said about oneness. Even though all 5 fingers are different, they are part of the hand. We cannot say it's a little finger hand or ring finger hand. So yes, amazing. So these are like PSM UK, Germany, but they are all part of PSM. And they are all part of one. Thank you. So amazing, and we are looking forward for the next part. Even
Yes.
if it needs to be done in multiple, like 3-4 sessions. Yeah, please let us do it.
Yes.
Amazing. Thank
Yes,
you.
for me, Ravi, I like it to be simple. Everything, though the information is too much, I don't put all the information, but I put what I have learned from that. Like simplicity. It is very easy to practice and to understand than complicated stuff. So yeah.
Absolutely agree with you. Simplicity is, we have our grandmaster is epitome of simplicity,
Right.
Patriji.
Yes.
So he always says truth is the same. Truth is simple. It's just that we complicate it, right? So, and we like to have in the same manner what you expressed today. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Madhu.
Thank you
Uh,
so much, Ravi.
any waste,
Thank you,
any
friends.
yeah, thank you all. And yeah, let us again meet next Sunday with other master, and let us also join our sessions. All the PMC channels you can see, you can listen to all the wonderful wisdom, and also on the Beam Meditation channel. So amazing. Thank you everyone, and have a wonderful day. Have a beautiful, peaceful day. Thank you. Signing off.